Too Cold Scorpio, who has a fucking sewer pipe between his legs, from what I understand. I don't know if he needs the Blue Chew or not, but that would probably clear out a room if he did. He is our subject of the Stiff One of the Week here. This is Too Cold on some of the smelliest wrestlers that he had to be in the ring with in his time. Here's Too Cold. Let's see.
Some of the worst smelling, great super guys outside of their wrestling gear. But their wrestling gear, ooh-wee, don't know if it was for a rib or what. Harlem Heat.
Really?
Harlem Heat would not wash their gear, and I don't know if they was doing shit on purpose, doing shit on not, but let me sweat up all in this shit, and I'm just gonna throw it in my bag and leave it there until the next time I go out on the fucking road. I ain't gonna wash this shit for about 2 or 3 weeks. And now you don't do that shit, the shit is stuck in it. I don't care how much you wash it, that shit's not gonna come out.
How about WWF?
I'm gonna say WWF, my best friend, godfather of my son, some of the most stinkiest gear, I would have to say Vader.
I was going to guess that. Actually.
People used to say Vader, but more or less it was the sweat that was in his mask. Because, you know, leather, you can't wash the leather, the clothes, the knee pads. You know, when you, even myself as a big boy, anybody who sweats a lot and you keep your gear in your bag and you don't take it out and hang it and let it dry out and you got to put it on and you sweat and you do it again. You do that 2 or 3 nights in a row and now you hang out your gear to try to air it out before the show. It ain't going to air out before the show, you know.
I don't have any volume. Like, you're muted.
I did that so I wouldn't laugh into the mic.
I worked with Harlem Heat for the better part of 3 years. Never.
Never got a whiff.
Nothing. If anything, the opposite. That's crazy. It must have
How
been
about
a rib.
Leon? How about Leon?
Leon was like, you had to, I used to call that the autopsy fucking match. You got to put the Vicks underneath your nose before you go out there. That was pretty rough. God rest his soul, but God rest that funk too.
So Scorp was 1 for 2?
Yeah. This is what I don't get. So, I mean, I know I'm OCD as a motherfucker, but every night when I get to the hotel room, the pants were that fake leather, but they had like a soft material on the inside. So you turn them inside out so they can dry. Mm-hmm. And then you take your singlet and you put it in the sink and you put a cap of Woolite. If you don't have Woolite, you use some shampoo from the hotel and you hand wash it. Then you put it in a towel, wring the towel to take the excess water out of it, and then hang that. And then in the morning, if it's still a little damp, you take the hair dryer to it, put a little shot of cologne on it. I mean, it's just, if you want to be funky, you can be funky, but Jesus, man, it's just...
Now, did you, I mean, you were put up where you were put up, I guess, or you were responsible for your own...
back in the early days, you stayed, we'd say 4 guys in a room sometimes.
So would these facilities, and you're getting back at midnight, right? So there's no opportunity to use a washing machine.
Oh, fuck, that ain't happening.
So this is all sink action we're talking about here.
Everything's sink action.
Right.
Yep.
And probably not dry by the next morning, right? So you'd have to stand
no,
there with
but I'm telling you, if you take something that's made of Lycra and you lay it, you put a towel, you fold a towel in half and lay that piece of Lycra in it. And then you fold it over again, and you take that fucking towel and you twist it, so it looks like a fucking. I mean, till there's nothing. I mean, you turn that shit. I mean, and keep twisting it, and all that moisture will come out of that singlet, except for it'll be damp. Well, fuck, you're gonna sleep 6 hours. You get up. And if it's still a little bit damp, you take the hair dryer. It takes 3 minutes to go through it, and
Would you travel with the detergent, or you buy it?
yeah,
at the,
I mean
at
with
the hotel?
woolite, I would bring woolite.
Good. Well, you were very considerate of your fellow wrestlers.
No, I'm just not a funky motherfucker. I never fucking. I don't care what time it was. When I got out of the ring, I was taking a shower. I was, like I said, we were in Starkville, Mississippi, with the garden hose and the fucking bottles. I'm using that. I mean, I'm doing whatever, whatever's possible.
I'd imagine those pleather pants were difficult. Now, what about guys that had to wear so much shit? Let's take Doink the Clown, for example.
You mean Krusty the Clown?
Yeah, there's a headpiece involved, which is going to retain sweat and hair. And what do you think Matt's post?
I think Matt
show regiment was?
I think Matt washed his gear in Vader's sweat.
I guess he's another contender.
He was he was a funk. He was funky. We used to call him Krusty the Clown. You'd see him at the bar after a show. He'd have the white makeup behind his ears, and I mean, not exactly some. If you're wearing makeup, motherfucker, it's not that hard to. They have these things on trailers when you do movies called makeup removing, like towelettes. That probably would work.
I would not have wanted to deal with that shit. Everything getting in that.
He was great though. He was. I thought that he did that so well. The evil guy. I thought that was, I didn't get the big jostling or anything else, but him and that, because he could chain wrestle, So I thought Matt was.
Look at you putting him over here.
I put everybody over.
Is this like when you hear two chicks talking about some girl? Oh, she put on weight, and they're like, but she is so nice, and what a pretty face.
No, he just got pissed off because I said wrestling's fake.
He sure did, and told the world you shouldn't have been broken in. Never broken in.
You know what? And every morning I wake up, I wish the same fucking thing.
Now the Yeti. Now I'm of course referring to the WCW Yeti, Ron Reese.
That shit was real. That's real fucking.
I'm going to debunk this right now and say this was a wrestler named Ron Reese, trained by Big John Studd, making his World Championship Wrestling appearance as the Yeti, his debut.
He
actually
almost looks man-like with that fucking armpit hanging there.
Yeah, if you look closely, it almost resembles skin.
Yeah.
Through the mummy tape.
Nuts.
Now this
Why is he a Yeti and
I was
not
just
a
gonna
mummy?
say a Yeti is a hairy snow creature, right?
Right. What this guy looks like that's what Scott and I jumped to.
He was chipped out of the block of ice. And he attacked Hogan.
My son.
Now this, those of you that are enjoying,
look at how bad off. Like, go back. Like, you couldn't even have put the motherfucker's mouth, like where his mouth is. It's really that far down?
No, that has to be because his eyes.
Yeah, you can see his nose. You can see where the actual perforation of his lips are. Then they got this slit. It looks like somebody made a blow-up doll. Yeah,
something. There was definitely a wardrobe malfunction there in.
Fucking corporate malfunction.
In the Yeti.
That place was a fucking shit show.
We'll talk more about this, Kevin, on Monday, the 20th.
Are we going to see some Yeti action?
We're going to see some Yeti action when we get together.
Fuck yeah. I'm going to drop acid
Monday
for
the
that.
27th at 9 o'clock.
Looks
for
like he's
the
got
next
a blade.
watch along with Kevin.
Looks like he's got a blade in his hand.
He bladed his entire body. You see that? He bladed his armpit, fucking forearm.
So what exactly is he a burn victim? Is he? I've never seen a mummy that was, that they had taken out. That was
I don't know, but listen, we will go into that, and also
definitely took some kind of a fucking gunshot underneath that left fucking
armpit, right?
yeah, definitely some kind of a wound there. Got shanked in a fucking UK pub.
So those of you that want to see us cover that, plus Kev's first match,
Oof.
Clash 12, September 90, summer of 90.
See, one of 5 matches that my tag team partner participated in before he quit and left. And I got a mohawk, and I have no tag team partner. You motherfucker.
We'll have some fun with that on
Story of my
Monday night.
that's a story of my life right there. I guess I could have got a fucking pedophile as a fucking partner though with a boombox.